brings you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Peach State. Welcome to Georgia, where Freddie Falcon soars from the rafters inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium, just west of downtown Atlanta. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons.
2026 Atlanta Falcons.
Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, we welcome you. The punter, Bradley Pinion, gets this started. And we are underway here in Atlanta. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So the Saints ready to go to work on offense for the first time. They're led out by the third quarterback taken in the 2025 draft. Out of Louisville, it's Tyler Shuck.
Now, this is the type of quarterbacks that just give defensive coordinators nightmares. They stay up all night thinking, okay, what is the best way to defend him? Do we treat him as a runner? Do we treat him as a passer? And I think that's really where the most stress comes in, Mike, is you want to make sure you don't let him kill you with his legs downfield as a runner, but it's also his ability to extend plays as a passer that really creates a lot of stress on your back-end coverage, and that's where those big plays can come. So it's a big challenge. They know it. And we'll find out early on what the plan is.
Brings up second and a yard.
So, from the 37, here's second and 1. Once again, it's ETN. He'll take this for a couple, but the official signal, he has enough. First down.
It's a gain of 2.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. Third and short, fourth and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
Look wide, get this one complete, and he'll get about 3 as he's forced out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
From the 43, here's second and 7. Looking to throw, here is Shuck. Now a screen set up for ETN. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
And the Saints.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
On the zone read, it's Shuck. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10 yards. It's good for a Saints first down.
First down. First and 10 at the
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it. All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Chuck going to try to run it himself. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
So it's just a simple read, but it's really well defended. They had both the give and the pull reads, both accounted for, and the play ends up going nowhere.
Play 8 of the opening drive coming up, and now they face third down. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. On third and long, here's Shuck. Got it into the hands of Olave. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. It's going to bring up fourth down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
And that is no good. He missed it. And this will stay a scoreless game.
And that's just a tough way to finish off what was a good opening drive. And obviously, as a kicker, you have to have a short memory. But you can bet he'll be thinking about that one the rest of the way.
They'll run it for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
On second down, here's Tagovailoa. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. Drake London was the intended receiver there. And it's going to be third down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
That one breaking up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's fourth down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. Bring it back out to the 20-yard line. The Saints offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
They'll run the toss here to Etienne. And he'll get forward, give him about 4 yards before getting out of bounds, and that's going to bring up a gain of third down.
And it's third down.
They'll motion the slot man right. Now Shuck on third down. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
That's good for the Saints. First down. An 8-yard pickup. And the Saints first down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun. And he's able to find his man near the sideline. And he's able to extend this drive.
In motion is Hill. Now Etienne. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Xavier Watts there to bring him down.
Xavier Watts on the tackle. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 36-yard line.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Shuck. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Operating out of the gun, this is Shuck. That deep for Olave. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Falcons offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. Tagovailoa working out of the pistol. He'll step up and run. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That's the way to get started and pick up a 17 and a very quick 1st down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
On 1st down, it's Robinson. Has some room inside the 30. And he will get into the end zone. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Atlanta.
They think back to their first possession of this game, Mike. It resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Zane Gonzalez on for the point after. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense ready to see what they can do. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Set up 2nd down.
Really nice start for this defense here early through the 1st quarter. 2 different players each recording a sack. Offensive line's going to have to get together on the sideline with their coach and identify where's the weakness in our protection. How can we get extra bodies and extra attention? Because we still got a long way to go in this one.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Chuck. Get that complete to Mason Tipton. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Of 19 yards.
A nice throw from the second-round pick. It'll get him a first down.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
And you'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now a designed run with Chuck. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
Gain on the play.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
Here's 1st and 10. Now Chuck. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. It's a pass he say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
Unfortunately, Mike, over my career, I've been in this guy's shoes plenty of times, probably more than I wish to admit. You take your eyes off the ball. You think about becoming a runner before securing the catch, and when you do that, you end up watching the ball fall to the ground.
He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
The tackle made back at the 37.
So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the 1st quarter. It's the Falcons with the early lead. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. It's the Saints with the football here as quarter 2 begins. As they've got it with 3rd and 14 coming up. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. From the gun on 3rd down, Chuck. He'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Now, this is something that we typically see out of maybe a more veteran quarterback, not necessarily a rookie, but just having a really nice sense of game management, throw the ball away, and live for the next down.
And he missed it. It's no good. And they are not able to draw closer.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They lead it here in the 2nd quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing new.
The size, the speed, and the strength of this defensive tackle was on full display, Mike. He defeats the block, strikes the ball carrier at their line of scrimmage. He's able to bring him down, keep it to no gain.
2nd and 10. Another run here for Robinson. Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop it for no gain yet again. And now it's 3rd down.
No gain on the play.
You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But, man, the defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on fourth down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single first down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
And this is not going to do the trick. Not even close to where they needed to be. Turn it over on downs. The Saints offense ready to take over possession of the football. They can get back into this quickly now. Very short field ahead. It is 1st and 10. To throw is shut. The throw here is complete. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 31, here is 2nd and 6. Throwing is shut. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
Quick throw on the RPO, it's Hill. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
On the give, it's ETN. The elusiveness on display there. Nifty footwork setting up 1st and goal.
14 yards. That's good for a Saints.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Looks like we have an injured Falcon on this play. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Now from the 9, it'll be 2nd and goal. Again, they give it to ETN. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
This defense doing a great job here facing this goal-to-go situation, especially on that last play. 2 stops down, and now the pressure really ramps up for this offense as they face 3rd and goal.
This one intercepted. And the Falcons are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal.
And in that spot, Mike, that's just painful. If the throw's not there, you want to just get rid of it. Throw it 50 rows into the stands. Give somebody a souvenir. But worst case scenario, you've got to get to 4th down and have a shot at 3 points. But instead, after that pick, you come away with 0.
The Falcons offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll start from their own 4. Not a lot of room for error back here. It's 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down.
At the 11-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's 2nd and 2. Now Tua. Overwhelms the offensive line, and down he goes. Ryan Brzee of 5 on the sack, and now it's 3rd down.
Both sides now going back and forth, trading blows. After a nice pickup and a handful of yards, the defense responds with a big sack. Now brings up 3rd and medium, and let's see if they decide to go back on the ground or keep it in the air.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Saints offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They've got great starting position with a short field as they try to get back in this one. It is 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Chuck. Moving left, off he goes.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. On the ground for the first time, this is Alvin Kamara. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a 1st down on that gain of 5.
Gain on the play. And the Saints, 1st down. A 5-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Saints.
Off the play fake, here's Shuck. He'll take a shot here, back to the end zone. That's to the end zone, where it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be 2nd down now.
2nd and 10.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
He's got his running back downfield, and it's complete. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
That's good.
So in regards to being used in the passing game, there's really 2 types of backs in this league. There's the check down back. He's able to just take the short gains and try to pick up more yards after catch. And then there's the back that can be used as a weapon. Man, when you got a guy like that in your passing game, it is a handful for defenses.
And a short pickup down inside the 10.
So, Mike, this is a great example and a great moment to bring up why it's so important for these offenses to make everything look the same. Formationally, pre-snap movement, because the second that motion looks like a jet motion and he's going to get the ball as opposed to a traditional motion, these defenses are so in tune with all those little differences. They know it's coming and not going to be a lot of game.
And he'll be taken down. Let's call it the 7-yard line. And here comes 3rd and goal.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
To the air is Shuck. No chance at all. He'll go down.
I think the most frustrating element to all of this is when you look downfield, there's guys open. There's plays to be made downfield in the passing game, but quite frankly, the pass protection has just been so bad that they haven't been able to take advantage of any of it.
Two minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. Greg and I back to Atlanta in a moment. The Saints now going to try a field goal here. This from 30 yards out. He'd missed twice already. This one goes through. And the Saints are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Carter on the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Falcons offense ready for this next possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
And the Falcons.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
He finds Jahan Dotson.
Tagovailoa's pass. Complete to Jahan Dotson. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at their 48-yard line.
2nd and a yard. Tua gonna hold on to this, and he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a first down. Now a timeout. Atlanta. That's their first, and they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go until halftime.
10 at the 48-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. From the gun, here's Tua. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. And they'll run out of the gun. Here comes Robinson. And he's going to pick it up. Take it down inside the 35 for the first down. Falcons go ahead and take their 2nd timeout. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this 2nd quarter. Tua now on 1st down. Complete. Former 1st-round pick Drake London with the catch. They get 20 on the connection. 1st down, Atlanta.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that. But it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And it'll be 2nd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now the Falcons will use their third and final timeout to talk things over before third down. Zane Gonzalez on to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. The Gonzalez kick is good. And the Falcons go out to a 10-3 lead.
Saints 3.
What a methodical drive to close this half out. I mean, let's not forget, Mike, they get the ball after the break as well, so they get back-to-back. They call it doubling up possessions. Last one of the first half, first one of the second half. It's a great opportunity to put some distance between you and the opponent.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. And there'll be no return forthcoming, so the ball comes out to the 35.
Their own 35-yard line.
Looking to throw on first down. Here's Shuck. Going for it all. Well, cover on the sideline, and it's intercepted. That's the safety, Jesse Bates. So, halftime straight ahead. And we go down to Scott Hansen, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula as they come out for the second half. It's about to get underway. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
At their own 24-yard
The Falcons
line.
offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Brian Brzee getting in there to drop him. It'll be a loss of 7 to start this drive.
It's first down. You got to get the ball out of your hands. I understand trying to take a shot. I love it on early downs. But once it's not there and that protection starts to break down, it's either check down or throwaway. You don't want to be in 2nd and long.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Pitts is the man in motion. On 2nd down, it's a run with Robinson. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 11.
A shotgun snap to Tua. He'll try to run for it. A first down on the scramble. A gain of 16.
It's a gain of 16 yards. And the Falcons, first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down, Mike. You can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
Fake the handoff. Now, Tua. Open man downfield. That's London. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
That's another.
It is a big play there for the Falcons.
1st and 10
33 yards.
38-yard line.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 21, here's 2nd down and 3. Off play action, it's Tua. This is caught at the 2. To the goal line and in. Jahan Dotson. Touchdown Falcons.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. Now Gonzalez to add the PAT. The kick is good. And the Falcons move out in front by the score of 17-3.
Bradley Pinion.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Saints offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. They'll give it to Etienne to start this drive. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
The ball carrier. He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 5. They'll give it to Etienne on the option. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. A gain there of 21. First down, New Orleans.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
We'll go back to Etienne on first down. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
From the 41, here's second down and 5. Once again, it's Etienne. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Mike Hughes is there with the tackle.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down markers. They're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Now a 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Here is Shuck. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That one incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Forced the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
They'll go, and here's Shuck. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down. Falcons offense and their big play wide out getting set for their next possession. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. They run over center with Robinson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a 1st down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
On first down, right back to Robinson. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Caden Ellis in on that stop.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Second and 7. Pitts is the man in motion. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Short throw taken by Pitts. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. A gain there of 23 yards. It's good for a Falcon 1st down.
Really nice job there, Mike. All they're trying to do is just clear some space for the tight end and then let him go to work in the middle of the field. Now they're set up nicely inside the red zone.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. He'll get this to Hooper, left side. And he's going to be very close to the 1st down marker. Out of bounds after a gain of 9.
Out of bounds down at the 9-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Now it's 2nd and 1. On the ground, it's Robinson. And he will score! Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Atlanta. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Zane
Gonzalez now
lining up
for the point
extra
out.
point.
He's got it. And the Falcons extend to a 24-3 lead.
Falcons 24, Saints 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Saints offense and Travis Etienne set to get back to work. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. Operating out of the gun, this is Shuck. That's to his tight end, Jawan Johnson. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Looks like we have an injured Falcon on this play. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Now Etienne, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Shuck. That's swung out to Etienne. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
3rd down, and here is Shuck. And that is incomplete. Trying to get it to Travis Etienne that time. And that'll set up 4th down.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. Going to give the ball over on down.
Turnover on down.
Here's Bijan Robinson. And the Falcon offense set for their next drive. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point in the 3rd quarter. They might be looking to grind out some first downs and chew up some valuable time on the clock. Tua gonna throw. In trouble, and down he goes. Chase Young in there to drop him, and that's gonna be a loss of 9 to open this drive.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
back to throw is Tua. The open receiver is Dotson. Well, they'll get some of the sack yards back, but it's still going to leave them with third down.
A gain of 10.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Throwing on third down, Tagovailoa. Left side in the hands of London. 12 yards on that hookup. First down, Atlanta.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Falcons, first down.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on third down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 35, here's 2nd and 4.
Go get him, go get him, go get him!
They'll begin the fourth by giving it to Robinson. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Oh, there's movement up front. That's going to make this third down a lot tougher. Caleb McGarry, the guilty party there. So instead of 3rd and short, it's now 3rd and 6. Tua. Taken in by Dotson. Second time they've connected on the drive, and this one goes for 17 yards.
And the Falcons, first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
2nd and 10. Pitts is the man in motion. On 2nd down, here's Tagovailoa. That's caught right side. It's London. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to, what they call, punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Zane Gonzalez on to try the field goal. This from 34 yards. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Bradley
Both teams
Pinion
ready to
set
go
kick
once
off.
more as the kick's away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. A good return as he takes it across the 30.
At their own 32
Now, out
yard
comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. Things not looking good. But, see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Now Shuck. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Throwing on second down, Shuck. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to third down and 10. Now a screen set up for ETN. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
It's a pretty good effort there on third and long. Initially, I really thought that screen was timed up pretty well, and he had a chance to pick up the first down. But give credit to the defense. It was the pursuit and running to the ball, and they're able to stop him just short.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. That's taken in, and he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
A big play there on fourth down. Good for an even 20.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Pickup brings up second and 3 at the 35-yard line.
Here's second and 3 to go. The air once more. Shuck. This throw left side, taken in by Johnson. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
It's a gain of 31
That is a big gainer for the Saints. 31 yards.
First and goal.
So it's
at the
man
5-yard
coverage, Mike.
line.
You have to keep track of who your responsibility is. And in this case, he just drops him. He's wide open, short throws, turn into long runs, and they're inside the red zone.
And he'll take it on in. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Saints.
Touchdown, New Orleans.
Touchdown here in the fourth quarter, Greg. They have a big mountain to climb, but at least they're technically still alive in this one.
And now, Mike, we're going to see them line up to go for 2. They're going to see if they can get this lead down to 16 points and still give them a chance to fight back here late in the fourth quarter.
Their head coach, 2 fingers in the air. They'll say no to the extra point. Go for 2. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They mark him short. The try for 2, unsuccessful.
I don't love the call. I mean, all week you practice these gotta-have-it plays. Every call sheet, Mike, has 3 or 4 plays that are down here in the goal line that could also be used as 2-point plays. I think to simply turn it around and just hand the ball to your running back, gotta be a little bit more creative. That's a big missed opportunity.
Down 3 scores, and it's late. They're going to need a few bounces to go their way. They'll start right here, trying to get an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
Here's Bijan Robinson, and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. They'll begin with a zone read. And he'll get about 3 on that one. It'll be second down.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Here's a 2nd and 6. To throw is Tua. That one taken in by London. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Third down.
Here's 3rd down and a few inches. It's the quarterback with a sneak. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
And the Falcons, first down. 1st and 10.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
Finding room to the 20. And it's a big run down to the 10-yard line.
It's
A pickup there of 25 yards. It's good for a Falcon first down.
First down.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the fourth quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
Another run here for Robinson. A short game, down to the 7.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
A shotgun snap for 2. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
3rd down and
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but you got...
He's in. Touchdown, Falcons. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Al Gonzalez to add the PAT. It's up and through. And the Falcons will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Safe kick taken at the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Saints offense ready to get back at it. They have likely one play left here north of the 2-minute warning as they're going to get started with first down. A quick throw here on the RPO. It's caught by Johnson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's a gain of 7.
Second down, they need 3.
At the 34-yard line.
Here's Etienne. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. 14 on the pickup. It's good for a Saints first down.
That's good for a Saints.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
Chuck to throw on second down. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. That one knocked away in the end zone, incomplete. What a good job locating the football by the defense where it matters most. And it'll bring up third down now.
And while this one is all but over, these guys aren't going to let up one bit. They have a lot of pride in their performance, Mike. And just because they have this big lead, they're not going to give you anything easy here down the stretch.
Now Shuck on third down. Throw left side, that's Johnson. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
And the Saints.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To the air again is Shuck. Right back to Johnson. He's got it again. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Saints going to use their second timeout, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
First down, Saints.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. On the ground, here's Etienne. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
It's Etienne, the ball carrier. Brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They face 2nd down and 7. Chuck. Taken in right side by the tight end Johnson. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. How about 4 catches on this drive alone? Time to change the defense. This one gets them another first down. They'll run it here with Etienne. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. Do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play.
At this stage of the game, the score is really irrelevant. You want to try to build something positive towards the end of this game, and I think that score will help do just that.
Extra point try forthcoming. He knocks it through. The Saints are able to edge a bit closer.
Falcons 34, Saints 16.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Here comes the return from a yard or two deep. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Only one timeout remaining for the defense as they take a knee. So it's a win here for the Falcons. And right away you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with the takeaways. As a result, they're going to come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Falcons are winners as we say so long from Atlanta.